Olivia, did you want to pass it on so George can have a turn?
It's all fun and games, but a closer look at this childcare centre reveals a lot of hard work.
So the work that we do is extremely valuable, and that's what keeps me going.
As cost of living pressures persist, it's being felt by early childhood educators on award rates.
At the end of the day, they're finding it hard to support their own families.
What's this car? Do you know what that is?
Workers in many sectors are feeling a similar squeeze. In real terms, their pay is going backwards.
Wages for our members are not keeping up at all with those cost of living increases, and it's continuing to bite.
Wages rose by 0.8% in the 3 months to June, and growth slowed to 3.6% over the year, below forecasts. Private sector pay rises outpaced the public sector, with construction, professional services and healthcare the main drivers of wage growth in the latest quarter.
Adjusted for inflation, Australian wages are currently at their lowest level since 2009.
In the June quarter, fewer jobs had pay increases, but those that did saw bigger rises on average.
Inflation is moderating and wages are growing, and that's welcome news on both fronts.
While the Reserve Bank says inflation has peaked, it expects a further pickup in wage growth as the increase in minimum and award wages flows through. But with the latest data coming in below the central bank's expectations, it could give it more room to keep interest rates on hold.
At this point, it does appear as though another rate hike in the next few months is unlikely. The Reserve Bank will be okay with wage growth of this nature provided the productivity growth picks up at some point over the next 12 months.
It's an in-demand skill set at the moment.
Recruiter Catherine Kennedy says workers are reluctant to move jobs without a decent jump in salary at a time when companies are becoming more cautious.
Sometimes there's a little bit of a disconnect between employer expectations and what job seekers or employees are looking for, particularly if they're to change jobs.
And some industries are being hit by rising interest rates.
Retail, consumer products, those sorts of things, they're probably starting to feel the effects of the decrease in consumer confidence.
But in essential sectors, there are still staff shortages. Unions representing childcare employees will front the Fair Work Commission to push for a pay deal with multiple employers, covering thousands of people.
We are going to press this case because these workers, frankly, are low paid. They are paid far too little and they are exiting the sector.
We have 10,000 vacant positions in Australia. I don't think it's a lack of trained early childhood professionals. I think it's a lack of trained early childhood professionals who want to work in the early childhood sector.
Well done. High five.
Facing a tough choice at a time when every dollar counts.